What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. All you sports lights. I got a couple things to cover right now. Steph Curry goes to the NBA Finals for the sixth time. Congratulations to Steph Curry on going to the NBA Finals. But bro, this final game and this series, you can make a case that Steph Curry probably wasn't the best player on the floor. Luka actually outplayed Steph Curry a little bit. Even in this game. I didn't even know Steph Curry was playing in this game too much. That's a problem that he do have, though. He does get outplayed or outshined a lot, you know? And the Celtics going to give the Golden State Warriors problems because they got everything that they need to win a championship. But also, I want to talk about what I told you was going to happen before it happened. I said he was going to give MVPs in the playoffs, right? And separating it from the finals MVP. So now you're going to have playoff MVPs and finals MVPs. They should have been had this probably a long time ago because a lot of great players missed out on getting this award. But nevertheless, I was right on that. I covered that a couple days ago. I mean, not a couple days, months ago, before it even got started. And with that being said, that's a big separation between the playoffs now, first, second, and third round, and the NBA Finals. You know? Oh, I mean, hey, Westbrook may be stuck on the Lakers, but Westbrook's best choice, if he really want to leave the Lakers, is to go to the Knicks. AD's best choice to leave the Lakers is to go to the Bulls. Um, LeBron's best choice to leave the Lakers is to go to the Pelicans. Trust me, he'll fit great on the Pelicans. They get rid of Zion. Zion don't want to be there anyway. So LeBron, CJ McCollum, and Brandon Ingram with role players, that'd be a championship contending team, if you ask me. Much better than his situation with the Lakers. He just got to be willing to go to New Orleans. What up, Roy? Long time no see, brother. He said all your favorite players are eliminated. Hey, that's how it is. But Steph Curry, something's wrong. Something's missing. I think they're giving out this bogus award for they're gonna give out awards for everything now. So everybody gonna get everything. He said, stop it. I'm just saying, AD's best choice, if he really want to resurrect his career, is to go to the Bulls. I think he'll be great with the Bulls. You know, he may end up staying with the Lakers. There's no way they're going to get rid of all three of those guys. But we're just speaking out loud. You know, do I think Giannis choked? I think he had two bad games when he's supposed to show up. You could call it a choke job because he was bricking a lot of shots, but him shooting a lot of shots and then putting up that wall is always his Achilles heel. So I can't say he's choking if he never was a good shooter to begin with. He just got exposed on his offensive end. He needs to work on his offensive game. But Giannis is still the best player in basketball for me. And Luka Doncic outplayed Steph Curry a little bit. If you take Luka off the Mavericks and replace him with Steph Curry, and you put Luka on that same team with the Dallas Mavericks, with the same team with the Golden State Warriors, Luka going to the NBA Finals. Luka would go to the NBA Finals if he replaced Steph Curry. He been hosting up that NBA Western Conference Finals MVP. And I don't think Steph Curry on the Dallas Mavericks would have beaten the Phoenix Suns. Luka Doncic was a better player than Steph Curry. But the Golden State Warriors just had a better team. I would tell you this much. I have to say this. I was wrong. I didn't thought the Golden State Warriors was going to go to the NBA Finals. I got to eat crow on that. So y'all could get y'all licks in. Y'all could, make your jokes or whatever you want to do. Here's your time to do it. I was wrong. Congratulations to everybody who said the Golden State Warriors was the real deal. I didn't thought it was the real deal, man. They proved me wrong. Steph Curry goes to the NBA Finals for the sixth time. And now he has enough to catch LeBron James. I don't know about that yet, though, Roy. The verdict is still out on that one. I give you the KD and Kyrie, but LeBron was always ahead of KD and Kyrie in terms of all-time ranking. Kyrie, the verdict. Kawhi Leonard, the verdict is still out for him. He got to come back and play next season, and we see what happens. You know, but Steph Curry has a chance to get the same amount rings as LeBron James. He has almost individual accolades. He got the MVPs. He's missing Finals MVPs, but he may get that this year. There's no way he's not going to get that this year. All right, there's no way he won't get that this year if they win. Hey, you called it Golden State. Hey, if you called it Raw, congratulations to Raw, man. You know, you got me, brother. You know, I was wrong. This is sports talk, right? I'm not afraid to admit if I'm wrong. I didn't believe in the Golden State Warriors. You know, man. But Kevin Durant in a heap of trouble too, because the Nets don't want Kyrie Irving. The Nets don't want Kyrie Irving. And Kevin Durant going to back up his boy. So if you don't want Kyrie, you don't want Kevin Durant. You know, welcome to all it's just as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But we are in for some a lot of stuff to go down, man. Congratulations to the Dubs to go to the finals. What do you guys think about them giving out all these awards now? You know, a lot of great players missed out on the Eastern Conference player. In the playoffs and all this other stuff, Western Conference, you know, LeBron would have had that award. If that award was initiated a couple years ago, LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant would have had that award many times. You know, LeBron James been to the finals, many times in the Eastern Conference. So he would have had that Eastern Conference Player of the Year award a lot. He would have had that like 9 times. Because he went to like 8 or 9 times, right? You know? James Wiseman, that's a good question. Yeah, I think James Wiseman is hurt. Excuse me. I completely forgot about James Wiseman. Thanks for bringing that up, bro. I completely forgot about dude, you know? But let's give the Golden State Warriors their flowers. But I would go as far to say this. What you call it? Luka Don may be better than Steph Curry. He played better than Steph Curry in these days. If you switch the roles, if you give Luka those same teammates, Luka goes to the NBA Finals based the way how he was played. I don't think Steph Curry could carry a team on his back the same way Luka did against the Phoenix Suns, the #1 ranked team in the Western Conference. If Steph Curry was on that Dallas Maverick team, would he have beaten that Phoenix Suns team? You know, Kevin Durant is all over the place, man. He really shot himself in the leg with the legacy, man. You know. Now, when we pertain to KD and LeBron, it's always Kevin Durant's the best player in the league now. We never say he was ranked above LeBron. But I don't even know if we could put him above LeBron, period, now. You know? But the Lakers are in a heap of trouble, too. You know? They're definitely in a heap of trouble. They come back with the same roster. They're not making the playoffs because the New Orleans Pelicans is going to get deeper. The T-Wolves are for real. The Clippers will have a healthy Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They coming back. Everybody coming back.
What's good,
so
bro?
The Western Conference is going to be big.
What's good,
brother?
Yeah, I saw the game. I saw the Magic Johnson Award. Yeah, the Steph Curry. They got the Kobe Bryant Award. Yeah, they got the Kobe All-Star Award too. So,
you know, I said that award was going to go down. Hold on, let me put my thing on so I can hear you a little better.
Yeah.
Should have been connected already. All right. But yeah, man, it's well. He said female leadership. The Lakers is a mess, though, bro. They don't know how to organize a team. You know?
Yeah, Luka pretty good, but eventually he choked, and you saw the dunk. Remember when he got dunked on by what's his name?
Oh man, that was slaughter. But you know what?
That became a poster, bro.
Answer me this question though: if you switch the roles, who would be in the NBA Finals? Will it be Luka or Steph? If Steph was on that Dallas Mavericks team with that same roster, and Luka was on that Golden State Warriors team with that same roster, who would be in the NBA Finals?
Ooh, you probably right. Luka probably be in the NBA Finals.
Exactly, because that
Golden
team,
State got a better team.
they got a better team, you know?
Yeah. But that's an argument they always use for the all-time greats in terms of they have the better team or who had less help. Remember, they always use that argument for LeBron James too.
Yeah,
Back
you
in the
know,
days, he had no help. That's why he
but
had to, jump around.
that situation is cute though. We all know what's the real with that. You can't keep doing that every single year, you know. But in this particular situation, just this particular situation, you can make a case that the Golden State Warriors just was a better team. But in the same
More
flip
experience
side,
too.
yeah. But the flip side to that, the Golden State Warriors gave up one game in the series. It's supposed to be tied 2-2, and it's
But if
supposed to
you
be
look,
3 games to 2
but
right
if you
now.
look at this, if you look at this series, they did so many turnovers.
Yeah, they did.
My God, so many turnovers.
Yeah, but man,
They
what
could
do
have
you think
lost it
about
7
this?
times over.
Man, we got so much stuff to cover, brother. What do you think of Phil Jackson saying that the Lakers should trade LeBron James? I understand him a little bit. I think
I
they
get
got a
where he's coming from.
yeah,
The fanboys went ballistic on Phil Jackson.
yeah, but I understand where he's coming from. LeBron's not getting any older. I mean, getting any younger. Um,
Exactly.
and at this point, catching Kareem's record is kind of more important, or the narrative more than actually winning, because the Lakers not going to win nothing. So
Oh no, they have the same squad. I heard they're not trading Russell Westbrook.
yeah, they're not
It's
winning nothing. So
over.
why not?
The
If
only
you're
way
LeBron
LeBron,
James, if I'm LeBron James, and LeBron James has this knack of seeking a team where it's sinking, why not be like, hey, this boat is sinking. I don't want to be on this team no more. Send me to a different team. I think he
So
should be. I
what's
think
good, G
salute
Money?
G-Money.
what's cracking
I think he
slacking?
should go to the. I think he should go to the Pelicans. I think the
And
Pelicans
break
would be
and
a
break
great fit
Kareem's
for LeBron.
record, and then the fanboys can run. So you see, he's finally surpassed Michael Jordan. He has beaten Kareem's record. I told you.
Yo, G Money, we was wrong. We gotta eat crow.
Yeah,
Hey,
I was emphatically
everybody, you
emphatically.
diss us all you want today. Just keep it. Just be easy on us today, though, man. Be easy on us.
I
We
was
wrong.
wrong. The Warriors were gold-blooded.
Yeah.
Yeah, Klay Thompson was hotter than a sauna. Steph Curry was
Ooh, yes, he
fabulous.
was.
Who?
He was the star
Kevon
of the game.
Looney. Yeah,
Killers,
Oh
right?
yeah,
They came like killers in the court.
you look at
he was the
Kevon
star of
Looney
the
looked
game.
like Elijah one at times on the boards, getting some big offensive rebounds and putbacks. Angel Wiggins was big offensively. Jordan Poole, man, it was a pool party. Hop on in, man. And have some fun. You better take a martini. Also, the Warriors did a good job being physical with the Mavericks swimming through the perimeter. I know the Mavericks pulled with an 8,
Yeah.
but you never felt Dallas was going to win the game. You never felt that. I was wrong picking the Mavericks in the series. I thought Dallas was going to pull the upset because I thought they'll build off their series win against Phoenix. But Golden State played great defense, shared the ball very well, and hey, they're 4 wins away of their 4th title in the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green era. Excuse me, the
Yeah,
third. Yeah, the 4th title in the era.
Yeah, Javon Green's gonna be talking a lot of shit on this podcast, man. He's
It's
gonna be
fair to
talking a
say.
lot of smack because he was ready talking shit to Charles Barkley.
You happy?
Fair to say it's fair to say we got a Celtics versus Warriors finals, so we could just go ahead and make.
No, please do not be the
I did the
Celtics in the finals.
Celtics.
More
I
than
think-
like, I don't see Miami winning in Boston. I doubt it.
Yo, but Miami's they don't got no good
I know
shooters,
what's gonna
man.
happen, bro. I know
Miami
what's gonna
got no
happen.
good.
They're not gonna win.
Never
the
know,
Miami
bro.
got no good
They
shooters,
got-
bro.
They're not gonna win there, man.
Miami don't got no good shooters. I
Oh,
watched the
gosh.
game, bro.
Come back to me when the Celtics. Come back to me, K. After Friday night. Come back to me when Boston's playing Golden State. Come back to me.
Hell no.
That's gonna be a good
series. I'll
series.
be down.
Nah, it's gonna be a good
That
series.
would be the most weakest finals ever.
Why?
That's
Who
gonna be
you,
a good
who you
series.
root for? Who you root for?
Hey, Tay,
No,
I
I
agree with you.
want the
I don't
Miami
like
Heat
Boston
to go
either,
to the
but it is what it
finals.
is.
I don't
Hey,
want
you
the
root for
Boston
Miami?
Celtics to go.
You
You
think
root for
Miami
Miami,
could
bro?
do it?
It's 7 games, but don't forget that those teams are deep too.
No, they both teams have a shot against Golden State. It's not. Here's what I believe. It's not a guarantee the Warriors will win. It's not a guarantee. You don't know what can happen. Like you just said, you don't know what can happen. Injuries can happen for the Warriors. A bad shooting night.
I don't even think that. I think it's the turnovers, man. The worst problem is the damn turnovers.
Turnovers. I mean, damn it, the Mavericks had a shot in this game.
Oh
Yeah, they blew it.
Yeah. They just play too much ISO ball.
Yeah, P.
You know what else? There's no dynasties in the NBA right now. Every team is almost equal, so anything can happen. There's no great dynasties in the league right now. Every team is just good. So we got to see a team that could become a dynasty. So it could go either way.
It could go either way.
It'll be a nice story of the Warriors. I don't really care who wins. I really don't care. But that would be a nice story for the Warriors. They're missing the playoffs 2 years in a row and then being champs after that. With Klay Thompson missing 2 years in a row because of deadly injuries for ACL tears and meniscus.
Yeah, he really tore his shit up bad. I remember
the
that.
Warriors losing the play-in game against the Grizzlies and then winning 15 games for Steph broke his hand in 2020. From that into this, winning a title will be a great story.
Well, G-Money, they're going to have an excuse, man, when the Memphis come back next year. They say John Morant was injured.
That's a good point, but I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not. I mean, it is what it is.
John Morant was hurt.
It is what it is. You will never get to know what would have happened. I do believe if John were healthy, they may have won Game 4. But listen, the Warriors just out-executed the Grizzlies. You got to get the Warriors the credit. They out-executed the Grizzlies.
Yep. And I'm gonna whoop that treat song.
Yep. I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought Memphis had the ingredients to beat Golden State, but hey, the Warriors killed the Grizzlies on the boards. So,
yeah, Luka, man. I guess you have to come back next year, man.
I'm so happy that the Phoenix Suns ain't going to the finals.
I'm pissed.
Oh, that was an embarrassment.
If you're Chris Paul and the Suns, you're like,
I was trash talking every Suns fan on Twitter. Man, I was rolling. I was ready for this.
Yeah, near the memes, man. Get out the memes, man.
I thought this team. I thought our biggest challenge was the finals. I thought our biggest challenge was the finals. You heard me, P. I thought our biggest challenge was the finals. I thought before the year, I thought the only teams that would beat us were either Brooklyn, Miami, Milwaukee, Philadelphia. I thought those two teams, or Boston a little bit. I thought those teams would get Phoenix the most trouble. I didn't believe in Golden State. I didn't believe in Dallas. And hey, Dallas shocked me. So,
yep.
Yeah, Dallas. That was insane.
But next year, my boys, we're gonna take it on.
At
least as long as Trey Westbrook.
What'd you say, P?
Would you give Kyrie Irving the max on the Brooklyn Nets if you was the?
He might leave. They already talked about he might leave.
With his attitude, nah.
He might leave. They already talked about he might leave. If he leaves, Kevin Durant's leaving. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm
Well, where would Durant go? Where would KD go? That's the thing.
I swear, if he just with LeBron, though, it's gonna be the most laughable shit in history.
That'll be crazy. If he goes to the Lakers, man, oh my god.
He go to Kawhi or something. Like your Kawhi just joined up.
Hey,
Kawhi let him pull George.
Imagine KD and Russ reunited in Brooklyn.
What'd you say, P? That'll be comical.
James Harden if that happens.
Yeah.
He already not showing up. Kevin Durant has not spoken to the front office.
He
don't show up.
Not happening. Durant's not going. What were the Sixers? You do understand that the Sixers?
James Harden did better than Kevin Durant. At least he won some games with 76ers. Kevin Durant and Kyrie didn't win no game, man. Not one.
What would the Sixers trade to the Nets to get KD? Like, Durant's not going to Philly. Like,
they probably trade SpongeBob for KD.
That would be nice. And Patrick Star and Peace and Krabby Patty.
And Miss Krabby Patty.
That work to get Durant. That work.
Right.
KD Russ. That'll be a good fit in Brooklyn. Kyrie and LeBron reunited in LA. Yeah, I don't see that happening. No way.
And he already got AD. He got multiple Hall of Famers. How much Hall of Famers you need?
Bro, we don't need Kyrie.
How do you fix the Lakers? Guys,
how much Hall of Famers LeBron need? That'd be number 6.
Listen, one at a time. Okay. How do you fix the Lakers? Get a better coach that preaches defense.
Yes,
You get
a better point guard.
Get a point guard. Also rebounders. They need rebounders.
Another big.
Like I said, the guy can stay healthy. Get another big new point guard. Get a coach that's defensive minded, that preaches ball movement too.
And
the guy, like you said, get younger. This roster is not going to do it. I didn't think this team would be as bad as they were. The problem with this Lakers team, this team was terrible in the third quarter. They had no defensive intensity in the paint. Their three-point shooting was terrible. They need shooting, man. This team needs shooters, man.
But okay, what about Miami? Miami needs shooters too to beat Boston, right? Tomorrow, right? Do they have enough shooters? Shooters to beat Miami?
To beat Boston, I don't. Here's what's actually crazy, right? I don't know they have enough, man. I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm watching the game, I'm like, yo, Boston just hit them in all corners, mad turnovers, and the foul trouble. It was just, I'm looking at the game like, what? The referee just fouled him over that?
And plus,
I'm like, just by just touching the guy's shoulder, like it was a foul?
they got that Achilles heel, Jay. His name is Jason Tatum.
But P.
Jason Tatum, but we saw what he did in the last game, man.
AOP.
Jason Tatum is beasting. And he's gonna be the best player in the Eastern Conference if they're gonna give that award.
Facts.
Yeah.
And he might be the best player in the NBA Finals. Who knows if they get there?
AOP.
Yeah. What's up?
You still think Giannis is still the best player in the world?
He got dethroned.
Yeah, I still got Giannis as the best.
It's tough for me to say.
I respect Giannis. I like Giannis. You know he lost. At least he went to Game 7.
I got Giannis by a nose hair because I didn't like how he performed on those last.
He might be the best player. He might be the second best player in the world next year. The second best.
But who's gonna be the best though next year? Who's gonna be the best?
I mean, who you got? Steph Curry. You don't know. It could be Steph Curry.
Jason Tatum. Hell, Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
No, I said it again. I'm not saying that he's going to win. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Miami's going to win, but I'm saying that if Miami somehow were to beat Boston, beat Golden State, and Butler, let's say, dominates in the finals, he has an opportunity to be the best player.
Oh, that's going to be difficult for him.
As a matter of fact, I should be the best player in the world. I know how to beat Giannis and Jason Tatum.
Who?
Beat Giannis and Jason Tatum. He's talking about Jimmy Butler.
Listen, man, it should be by default. You know, I got Giannis as the best by default. You know, I can't really see nobody. Who else are we gonna pick?
Myself.
Say somebody else.
Salute, Raw. This Tatum.
Salute. What's cracking?
What's going on?
Let's go, bro.
Hey, Warriors with gold-blooded. Warriors with gold-blooded. Hey, guys, want to hear a fun fact? Ever since 2015, a Pacific Division team has been to the NBA Finals. 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 Warriors, 20 Lakers, 21 Suns, and 22 Warriors. A Pacific Division team.
I remember the Raptors went into the finals too, you know. Remember with Kawhi?
Yeah.
With Kawhi.
I ain't gonna lie.
But yo, Raw,
Yeah, so basically, man. What's good, man?
What's good, man? We just saw.
Let me turn this cam off, man. I gotta serve my customer. I want the FBI to see me, man. Hold up. No, man. Hey, I gotta give my 2 cents, man, on that whole Phil Jackson thing, man.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Listen, we gotta take into account the whole story. First of all, that's an asinine idea that he has to trade LeBron James. First of all, you know, trade where? Second of all, you've won the championship in the last couple of years with LeBron there. So the point is, LeBron and Phil Jackson got beat. So what Phil Jackson is saying isn't from a basketball standpoint. He's mad because LeBron checked him up for that nonsense that he wrote in his book, using terminology from the 1990s, from the late 80s, talking about posse. Last time I heard posse was that movie with Mario Van Peebles. I mean, nobody says that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's. So I think there's some pillow talk. I think they're bringing the funky beat back, Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson. Yeah.
In Phil Jackson. It's like Phil Jackson. He
but
just
here's the
favored
thing,
MJ
though.
Kobe.
Yo,
but
G
check
Money.
this out, though, Ross.
Yeah, you were right, Kid Trust. I was wrong, man. I was wrong, and you were right.
G Money, man. You better keep your mouth
Hey, yo,
closed, man. I don't want to hear you say
Yo.
Oh, he about to do a Will Smith, man. Careful, man. He about to do a Will
shit.
Smith, man.
I admit the Warriors were good-blooded. Hey, the Warriors were good-blooded. I admit.
Yeah, everybody-
Oh, but hold
yo,
up.
I can easily
I
forgot
forgot about
about
Phoenix,
Steph
man.
Curry
They got beat by a one-man
I ain't looking
army.
down.
Yo,
The
yo,
Mavs
Prince.
is different
Can I
enough,
holler
man.
at Raw real quick
That was wrong.
before y'all continue? Yo,
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, we're sorry, Raw.
hold on.
Yeah, now y'all good.
I'm going to come
All right,
back.
dog.
I'm back.
I understand where you. I understand where you coming from, Raw. But if I'm LeBron James, wouldn't I be asking for a trade too? Because look,
LeBron's about to be
I mean,
38
listen.
next year. He's getting old.
they're not going to win nothing with that.
Whoa. Okay, two things here. Prince, I'm gonna address both of those comments. First of all, LeBron was in the running for MVP until he had a couple of nagging injuries with his but so he's not, he's getting old, yeah, but he's got he has some good years left. But here's the point. Hell yes, I'm looking for the exit, Prince, because listen, things can only go wrong if you have a white guy that lives on a ranch in Montana that wears cowboy hats that's now being brought in to be your consultant. Okay, that's also sleeping with the owner.
Though.
Okay, so you're talking about, hold on. Kobe and Michael got him those rings, and don't forget Shaq. Okay, he ain't. Okay, he won Jack without them.
Scottie Pippen too.
Pippen, yes sir, and Rodman, and Dennis Rodman, and and can't
And
forget Luke Longley, man. He was an all-star, wasn't he? But yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking for the exit because what's going on is I think they're back together. Jeannie Buss and Phil Jackson. Why else would you be talking to your old flame? Okay, he got that old thing back. And there's pillow talk, even worse is chest talk. So when your woman's head is on your chest at night, that's when you control her mind. So he hates LeBron. Yeah, go ahead, Prince.
Word, yo, Raw, the chip is thinking. So why not just end this thing now? That's why I'm just.
Yeah, they're not playing no defense either. They're playing no defense either.
Return. But Prince, I don't think you should trade LeBron. I don't think so. I'll let LeBron.
What do you guys think about Kyrie and KD?
So there's been arguments for that because some think that they could play without LeBron. Some people believe they could play without. Lakers could make go further.
The Kyrie KD thing is just getting toxic at this point. Just getting unbelievable.
What happened with the Nets? The same thing happened with the Nets.
Yeah, I can't.
James
tell
Harden, Kyrie, KD.
Yeah, I can't tell if Kyrie and KD are basketball players or if they're philosophers, and they're playing the game in their mind. They don't even have to get on the court. We can just think about the game and we're gonna win. Which is it's my philosophy of basketball.
Yeah, KD, man, he's
down. Like, I'm not gonna play around games with Kyrie because first it's the vaccine, next thing it'll be something else. Like
that's what Kyrie always does.
Like if you're a Nets management, I don't want to do anything with him. I want him gone because if he's gonna pull these
Kevin Durant's gonna leave. Kevin Durant's not gonna play with that roster.
Next year is gonna be something else. Even before the vaccine too, he was making excuses that there's more things important than basketball. So
make up your mind, basketball on the streets.
Then retire, Kyrie. Then retire. It is more things more important than hoops. Then retire.
Because why would you give him a max contract when he didn't even make All NBA? He didn't play.
It's idiotic. It'll be idiotic.
Yeah, they didn't make it All NBA. Yeah, all defense.
Only when you give
right? They don't play no
defense. Player, you have some stipulation like, hey, he's an All NBA player.
And also,
they don't play both ends of the court, man. They don't play both ends of the court. Yeah, you're right. They didn't make it an All NBA.
And not just
offense. They think their offense and 3-point is going to save them.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also their execution offensively in fourth quarters are garbage. They ice the ball. They don't share the ball. Their fourth quarter offense is terrible too.
And then they love doing this whole small ball, which that doesn't work.
Yes.
KD at center and Bruce Brown at power forward. How is that going to work?
Never. I had him going.
Playing Bruce Brown on Al Horford. That coaching is so bad too. I don't know how Steve Nash still has a job.
They got to fire Steve Nash. They got to fix this.
Yeah, they'll talk about firing Steve Nash. They did mention
Steve Nash.
I'm gonna say this. Prince, he should coach the Brooklyn Nets and say KD's legacy.
Who? P?
Yep.
I mean, they are hiring. I forgot which team, but somebody just hired one of the analysts from ESPN.
So, they might as well hire Mr. Krabs to say.
Hey, AK KD has a good point. If Golden State and Boston meet in the NBA Finals, that means KD and Kyrie's former teams will face off. Weird.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man.
I think these last
year
were the Nets' best chance to win a championship last year.
Yeah.
I don't see them winning a championship next year or after that too.
Yeah.
I think next year.
I think
everybody.
Hey, yo, Rob.
Yeah, the East will get better than the West too.
KD, LeBron, and Kyrie should team up back in Cleveland.
Woo! Man.
Well, here's the
Or
thing.
LeBron to Brooklyn. But that's not going to happen.
That's gonna be embarrassing. LeBron pulls that off with Brooklyn, man. All KD, man. You also just retired, bro. Because they're gonna be shitting on you, man.
No, they would let that happen because there's so much ego involved. Too much ego. I think like KD wants to go down as the best. So does Kyrie. So does all of them. Kawhi, the long lost. Does that guy still play? I don't know. But
I think next year, I think Clippers are the.
Be careful, man. KD is gonna be bringing Slaver private messages, man.
I can't say clear favorite. Regardless of what the West and the West is, though, Chi-Town. You got Denver.
But if you look at their team, top to bottom, their bench, their depth.
They're deep.
Everyone else in the West.
I mean, but here's the thing: you still got Denver, Golden State, Memphis coming.
Memphis, yeah.
You never know. Minnesota.
I still think Memphis is too young. I don't think they're there yet.
I mean,
really?
I'm not.
You saw what they did. You saw what they did this season. They beat all the top teams of the season.
And you can make a case if it wasn't for again, I don't want to make excuses. I don't. It is what it is. But I'm saying that you can make an argument if it wasn't for injuries or Brooks just being an idiot, getting himself suspended. You can make a case.
Morant was hurt, and they nearly just.
I mean, you can make the same case with the Clippers too last year. If Kawhi doesn't get hurt,
about the Clippers.
They're in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, Kawhi's been one for 3 years now.
I think if Kawhi was healthy this year, I think they would have went to the finals.
Hell no.
Kawhi's been. You think Kawhi would have gone nowhere? You think so?
I don't know.
Clippers did beat.
Kawhi never got hurt last year.
Hell no.
Clippers beat the Nets and Lakers. I'm just saying, bro.
You think it would be the Warriors?
Hell yeah.
It would be the Warriors?
Hell yeah. Not even close. It'll be 4 or 5 games.
Whoa, 4 or 5. Over the Warriors?
The Warriors team is not that good. They're playing cupcake matchups. They're playing a Grizzlies team that's injured. They're playing a Mavs team that shouldn't have been there.
It was only John Morant was hurt.
Hey, guys, you have I do give you a point, Chi-Town. They did play some injured teams. And don't forget, Tim Hardaway was out too. You also have to consider that too.
The Warriors haven't played anyone good. That's why I'm not impressed with this run because look at the team they played.
They played the Nuggets without Murray and Michael Porter. They played the Grizz without
because
Murray.
he's going by to keep sweeping beating all these teams.
Yeah. By the end of the day, you still got to
played a healthy Clippers team, a healthy Kawhi, Paul George, and all.
Hell
no.
Okay, so what? Let me ask y'all this. Hold on for a minute. What does a 4th championship do for Steph Curry for you guys?
It elevates his legacy.
It goes up. Then it's going to be him versus LeBron and KD again. That's what's going to be the argument all over the sports channel. They're going to say it's better than KD or LeBron.
He's not close to LeBron.
I gotta say this:
best player in the world. That's what's gonna end up going. But it's, the media.
I still can't get past the fact that they had to bring in KD for 2 of those rings.
So I agree.
That's always gonna be a part of that whole little ball.
Yeah. He has a point. You have a point.
I'm sorry, Giannis. Sorry,
KD. I'm thoroughly impressed with the Golden State Warriors this year, though. Like I said, I picked them to come out the West.
Oh, you did?
Well, hold on. Once the Lakers started to suck, then I picked them to come out the West. So I didn't know that Westbrook would have such a hard time fitting in. But again, with the Lakers, man, don't be surprised if they don't add something to that team. Like Chi-Town, you think your boy Zach is going to leave? Levine?
Yeah, I hope so.
He wants a max contract, but he doesn't.
Did I heard the Lakers trying to get Doc Rivers or something? Did I hear Doc Rivers go to coach?
I will trade Westbrook for you.
I think he stays in Chicago. That's a guess.
The thing is, Levine wants a max contract, but I don't think he deserves it because I think DeRozan's more worthy of it because he made All NBA.
True.
Prince, you look like you're in a cafe in Italy somewhere, man.
Say that again?
I'm in the Philippines right now, brother.
Okay.
He joined the 100-degree weather. That's what's happening to Prince, man. It's like 100 degrees.
I want to ask you a question. What team do you think has a better chance to beat Golden State in the finals, Boston or Miami? What team do you think?
Boston, probably Boston. Boston.
Neither.
You think they have a better chance to knock off Golden State when the
Yeah, because the thing with Miami,
I think we Boston.
I know how to beat the Golden State
Miami
Warriors.
need better shooters, man.
How do you beat
Their
Golden State?
offense is too stacked.
Boston got the
I got
defense
shooting
too
my
to lock
team.
them up.
I know how to lock
Boston
Steph
got
Curry up.
defense, size, and perimeter play.
Me Steph Curry got
Boston
both.
got the defensive team.
concern with
Boston's got the
Boston is
no
their
defensive
And
whole
Boston's
team.
athletic too. And Boston's athletic too. Don't
No, my
forget.
concern with the
Boston got the
Boston
defense.
is the Heat because their lineup has been like Robert Williams is going in and out. Marcus Smart has been hurt.
That's a good point. They got to both teams got to stay healthy. Both teams, because Golden State's injury prone too. So both teams got to stay healthy.
No, but I'm saying so far Boston they've been dealing with so many like Robert Williams.
No, I agree with that. I agree with you there. Williams, Smart, everyone has to be healthy. I'm just saying that the Warriors are injury prone too. You also had to consider Steph and Clay are injury prone. You have to consider that too.
Yeah, but you have to consider too. They're like I said, their playoff schedule hasn't been that tough on them compared to Boston.
No, I agree with that. That's true. I agree with that.
And then, like I said, Robert Williams, every game, it's like every other game he's out.
That is a good point.
They're just like AD, just like AD.
Marcus Smart, he got injured, I think, in game 3 or game 2.
Yeah, AD
Anthony-
did be injury prone. Let's be real.
AD's he's in his prime, 28 years old, and he out for the entire season
There
every
was another
single
guy
year,
that
bro.
Joel Embiid is
AD he needs to lose weight. He needs to start wearing high tops. I mean, low tops. He needs
If
to
you
start
see
wearing
the
high tops.
memes, man, of Anthony Davis, bro, they got him in a full body cast, bro, like in the hospital.
Oh,
He
Mr.
needs
Glass.
to wear high tops. That's
They
why.
doing Anthony Davis dirty.
28 years old, bro. Come
No,
on.
you know who's another guy people don't call out? Joel Embiid. People don't call him out on injuries.
Laker Nation needs me, bro. They need me.
Yo, that heard Doc Rivers might coach the Lakers. Is it true?
Hell no.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
I've been hearing that Doc Rivers going to the
I
Lakers.
don't think that's gonna
No,
happen.
the one coach,
The Lakers
one
need
coach,
me. Sorry.
the one coach rumor that I heard about LA was that I thought was the best one was Rajon Rondo.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah, that I don't know how serious the rumor was.
Man,
but
from Doc Rivers to
I think he'd be
Roger
a great coach,
Rondo?
man.
No, I'm
Hell
saying,
yeah.
Wait, don't
the Lakers should,
Rajon
they should trade
Rondo got
Westbrook for
domestic
me.
problems with the
I'll
Giants
help the
and
Lakers
all
win
Yeah.
like championship right now. I
Is he
can't
playing for the Cavs though? He's playing for the Cavs right now.
Who?
Rajon.
Rondo, he's playing for the
Well, I
Cavs right
heard,
now.
I heard another rumor. It might be Kurt Rambis.
Well, get Tyler Rue. Get Tyler Rue.
No, yeah, I don't think he wants anything.
They're about to go without
Tyler's not
Darvin
leaving
Ham,
the
bro.
Clippers.
Probably Darvin Ham.
Tyler's not leaving the Clippers. It's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
Fuck
Yo,
Tyler.
AK
I heard
Rondo
Terry
going to
Stotts
jail.
too, and
He
Atkins.
might.
They might
The
get Terry
Lakers need
Stotts as
me.
well. I don't think he's a good coach either.
If the Lakers get Terry Stotts, I would not watch a Laker game next year. If they get Terry Stotts, I'm not
Well, he's
watching.
worse than hold on, he's worse
Hell
than
no,
Doc
we don't
Rivers.
need him.
He's worse than Doc Rivers.
That team will be
Yes.
terrible.
Wow.
That team will be terrible with Terry Stotts. He doesn't run any offensive plays. It's hearable, and his defensive schemes
Shit,
are terrible.
Shit, I'd rather care with Frank Vogel.
What do you guys think about Kenny Atkins?
Kenny Atkinson's a decent coach. He's all right. He's decent.
Well, someone's saying a good coach to fit this team would be Van Gundy.
Oh, no.
That would be a good move, but I just don't think that's going to
Talking
happen.
about 65-point games.
But
Y'all gonna think
AKKD,
Van Gundy gonna score 52 points per game?
Tom Thibodeau's not leaving New York, man. Be realistic. Tom Thibodeau's not leaving New York, man.
And he was
If
playing.
the Lakers get Doc Rivers, I'm gonna laugh, man. If the Lakers get Doc Rivers, I'm gonna laugh.
The Lakers should bring in Magic Johnson.
Even if they brought
Bad.
Thibodeau, he would overplay AD and LeBron like crazy.
Yeah, nah. See, I got a feeling though the Lakers
Diddy Buzz, do not mess this
they're
up.
gonna bring in a lot of players next year. They're gonna stack the deck. So don't be surprised.
They need to get more.
Guys,
young
can we talk one at a time, please? Let's talk one at a time. One at a time. Sorry. Go ahead. But Bistro thinks they're getting Darvin Ham. What do you think about
Who
that?
cares, man? Who cares?
Was he on the Pistons
He's a LeBron fan.
when he was a player?
Darvin Ham?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Darvin Ham. That's a good choice.
No, was he on the Pistons as a player?
Ham played. We played for a few different teams. He had a lot of he was a thunder dunker. He had like a lot of hard dunks and shit like that.
Yeah, I think he was on that Pistons 04 team. So
He's an assistant for the Bucks, yeah, right now. He used to play for Darvin Ham. He used to play for Denver, Indy, Washington, Milwaukee,
The Phoenix Suns.
Detroit. Yeah, Darvin Ham.
Okay, so
Yeah, he'll be
y'all saying
he'll
the
be
Lakers
good.
Yeah, he
gonna
probably
come
be a
back with
decent
a different
coach.
roster. Hold on, let me ask y'all this. Y'all say Lakers come back with a different roster, right? So
Mhm.
Yep.
what you gonna do with Westbrook? What would you do with
Trade his
Westbrook?
ass
What
back to
about
China.
AD? What about Anthony Davis? You think he's gonna
Whoa,
stay
Trade him.
healthy? It's
Giant,
not
one
happening.
one answer. We're talking about Westbrook. Let's talk about Westbrook. I would consider see what he does to start the season. If he plays like garbage next year, I would consider trading him. If he starts to change his ways, I would keep him.
Well, the thing is, though,
Man,
it's the chemistry issue. I don't think
I
Westbrook
don't
fits
know,
with that
man.
team
I
at
don't
all.
think it's.
Westbrook's gonna fit with that team at all. They need like a pure scoring
man,
point
I
They
guard.
trade
That
Westbrook.
can be.
they need to trade Westbrook straight up. Try to get either Levine or DeRozan. I don't think
Will the
DeRozan
Bulls
is,
make that
No,
move
no,
though?
you
Will the
can't-
Bulls even
nah,
make that
we're not
move
gonna
No,
though?
get
but
DeRozan.
Levine's
or Bradley
Levine's
Beal
Levine's a
Bradley
free
Beal
agent.
would be
So
nice though.
or Kyrie
Bradley Beal,
Irving.
What
Kyrie
about
would be nice.
Gary Harris?
Oh, Kyrie
That's
ain't
not gonna
going though. He
happen.
could live without that, man.
Nah.
But see, yeah, they got to
They're
do
not.
something
They're not gonna
because
trade.
the clock is running out with
Bro,
LeBron. So
AK. The Nets are not gonna trade on Kyrie for Westbrook. That's not happening.
no, for
And
sure,
damn sure
that was
KD
more
ain't
of a
gonna do
joke.
that shit again.
they should go after Bradley Beal.
Yo, Ryan is asking a good question in chat. He's asking, will Steph Curry pass Isaiah Thomas with 4 rings and a Finals
Yeah.
MVP?
Hell yeah.
What y'all got?
Would he pass Isaiah Thomas?
I mean, you have
Yeah.
to. Yeah, he would
Thomas
have
is
to
a
Yeah,
pass
it's
much
it.
about
better
the
defender, man.
Isaiah
I
Thomas
got it. I mean,
choice
Thomas
person.
had that defense for you though.
Nah.
Much tougher player,
Nah.
man. But Curry got that long range.
Well, Curry would have more championships. That's 2 more than what Isaiah Thomas would have.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie. That Pistons team can literally beat the 2018 Warriors.
You can
Yeah,
make
I think so.
a great defensively, yeah.
2018.
It depends what roles they're playing. If we're playing 80s roles, of course.
All right, back to the topic. Westbrook, his ass getting traded to the Shanghai Hawks in China. I'm sorry.
Who's gonna take Westbrook? Who's really gonna take Westbrook?
Westbrook's more. He would be good for
I don't know.
these
Part
developmental
of
teams.
the
He's not
Charlotte Hornets.
No, he'd be a good
see-
fit for these teams that want to develop their players. He'd be a good fit for those teams. But if you're trying to win a championship,
I'm not gonna lie. The best team Westbrook he should play on is the I got a good team, the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, if you put Russell Westbrook on the Kings, they'll probably make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they're gonna try to get Buddy Hield to the Lakers because that's who they wanted in the first place. So I wouldn't.
Right, we should have got him instead of Westbrook.
Yeah, if they had got Buddy Hield and DeRozan, that's championship all day. If AD stays healthy, but AD got them injuries. So I think you're gonna see them get rid of Westbrook, make a trade because they have to do something drastic because you really legit only got 2 to 4 good years of Bron left. At a high level. Now, don't forget he played at an MVP level this year, so we can't shun that. You know, he had some injuries, but he was balling out before he got hurt.
Yeah, the sworn knee.
That's why
It's not the problem with AD. He's not gonna play a full
I could hear
18
you, Prince.
games though.
That's why it's better for him to ask for a trade and be like, "Hey, I'm out of here, man. You know, this is the franchise not run right."
Yeah, LeBron's not gonna be playing no full court defense for 4 quarters. It's not happening.
Yeah, they're running the franchise like it's a family-owned Dairy Queen.
Wait, Prince, what's your thoughts about Nets? Do you think Katie walks? Kyrie walk?
One of them
Well,
will.
if Kyrie walks, Durant walks.
Remember, both of these teams was favored to go to the finals this year. It was Nets and Lakers in the finals.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Kyrie wind up dead in a car accident over that vaccine thing. This is, he might. You know, I mean, he might go the route like Jimmy Hoffa.
Chill.
Or I mean, of that procedure. The procedure. I'm sorry.
Okay.
His demeanor.
I might die tonight, man. Don't be surprised.
I'm saying this the next it's like
don't
Brooklyn.
Hey,
They
man, we don't
try
even
to
wanna hear
bring
that
like
talk
build
from nobody,
everything to KD.
Yeah, that's disrespectful there, man.
Say that again.
I don't even. Oh, I mean, Raw. I don't want to even think about that review or Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? We
Nah,
want
for
you
sure.
guys to be healthy.
Right. Yeah, nah. I mean, somebody, big pharma, man. They might come and he's messing up their
So
money.
what do you think? Let me ask you something. You think Patrick Beverly was right about Chris Paul?
Did
Uh,
Patrick
Patrick Beverly
To
just
an
was loved by Chris
extent,
Paul.
yes
Chris
and no.
Paul.
To an extent, yes and no.
it
That's a
depends
yes.
on he's like. If we're talking about the great, he of course he's a great player, but he's had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick
And it's
Perkins
fine if
went hard on Patrick Beverly about Chris Paul.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kendrick
I don't know why Chris. I don't know why Chris Kendrick.
Kendrick Perkins with
Perkins
his
talking. I mean,
What you
I mean,
expect Pat
I
Bev
mean,
to
one
say?
time he's like, hey,
Guys,
hey,
one at a
basketball.
time, one at a time, one at a time. See?
What you expect Pat Bev to say? He plays against Chris Paul. They're rivals. Well, of course he's gonna say what he's gonna say.
And he pushed CP3 in game 6 too. Don't forget last year.
That's not the
Yeah,
only
that's right.
rivals Patrick Beverly has.
Russell Westbrook too.
Yes, and KD. But
Yeah.
not really KD.
But really Russell
What's his
Westbrook
name?
as well.
Yeah.
What Pat Bev has been over there on our JJ Redick's platform, right? A lot.
Yeah.
ESPN,
Yeah, he's been-
really more ESPN.
ESPN, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going at it, man. They were not agreeing what they were saying about Chris Paul.
Pat
But Chris
Bev,
Paul got exposed, man.
I gotta be honest, he was terrible. He was terrible in the Masters. I gotta be
He got
honest.
the hell beat out of you,
Yeah,
man.
let's be real. He was
Got
terrible.
the hell beat out of
Booker too.
Booker was bad too. The last 2 games, especially, man. I mean,
The whole Phoenix Suns team was bad.
yeah.
I
I mean,
saw that game. I was like, "Am I seeing
DeAndre
this?
Ayton looks
57 to 27." I'm like,
Aiden
"What?"
looks soft. Booker looks soft. Chris Paul looks soft. I mean, if Cam Johnson's your leading scorer in game 7, you have a problem.
Oh yeah. But man,
Man,
yo, what y'all think about these winning Western Conference MVP, Eastern Conference MVP?
I think it's pointless. Why we need a conference finals
cares?
MVP,
This
especially if you.
playoffs,
Why would if you
sucks
lose?
anyways.
Why would if you lose in the finals? Who's gonna care about a conference finals MVP if you lose in the finals?
I don't care about
The award is kind of
conference.
pointless, right?
It's pointless. Why not just here's the only MVPs we need: regular season MVPs, All-Star MVPs, Finals
And
MVPs.
finals.
That's it.
The biggest stage, yeah.
This
Yeah.
year playoffs sucks anyways.
Yeah, why we need a conference finals MVP for what? That's why would if you lose in the finals?
Most I'm
What
gonna
about
say is
regular
most every
season?
playoff game was a
Yeah.
blowout.
But what?
Most every
What about
playoff
regular
game
season?
in the conference final was a blowout.
Yeah, these playoffs after the first round, they're pretty bad.
Bad.
They getting blown by
Bad.
30. They getting blown by 40.
You want to hear this stat? 22 games of 20 plus 22 games of 20-point wins or more. That's the second time in NBA playoff history. Second time in NBA history. The other time, 2016, 24.
Like, I don't get this
Yeah.
Heat and Celtics series where everyone's just exchanging blowouts. Like I don't get that series.
Yeah, getting blown by
I
40.
hope to see. I hope the Celtics lose, and I hope the Celtics lose so bad, man. I hope they lose.
Well, here's
Yeah,
a
it's
stat
gonna
for
be
you
not
guys.
gonna be easy. I told Prince that when they went up against the Bucks, I was like, I don't think the Bucks taking Boston out.
Here's a stat for
to
you
be
guys.
honest,
Average
I had a
margin of
buzz when
victory.
Game 7.
Guys, listen. Yeah,
The average margin of victory for the playoffs, 19.8 points.
Yikes.
There's only been 7 total
Damn.
games in the playoffs where it came down to the final wire.
7?
Only 7 in this whole playoffs.
Wow.
Oh shit! Guess who's in the chat, y'all?
FYF.
Yep.
Okay, he
Oh,
said
yeah,
that
well-
they said the same thing about
Oh yeah, Lamar.
the finals
We gotta talk about that Kobe video, man.
Wait, what happened?
Me and Lamar gotta talk about that Kobe video.
I just don't like the conference finals. I'm happy for Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. I just think it's just pointless, especially if you
No, but
lose
they
in the
named it after
finals.
Bob Cousy and Oscar Robertson.
It's kind
I mean, I don't mind that part. I don't mind them changing the trophy names after Bob Cousy and Oscar Robertson. That's
We
fine
gotta
with me.
talk about this.
That's fine with
I think
me.
they should have
But
named it
Magic
after
Johnson
Kobe and LeBron.
trophy.
You said,
Like,
remember?
Oscar
Think so?
Robertson doesn't make sense because he
Why
only played
not?
the West like 5 years.
Well, they hype up Oscar Robertson like he really is that
They
ridiculous.
should have named it after LeBron for East and Kobe for West.
okay, that's that. I like your idea too. That makes sense too. I like your idea.
I'll be after
For me,
him.
Oscar Robertson doesn't make sense because he hasn't played in the Western Conference most of his career.
They already got Magic. They already got Bill Russell. They already got Kobe.
that is true. But yo, I agree with G Money. I think that award is kind of senseless. It's disappointing.
It's idiotic.
When I think about it.
It's idiotic and
It's like,
trash.
what does it really do? I mean, like, okay.
It's idiotic and trash. It's just there to just give a name for what? Why would he be losing the finals? Then what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Yep.
it's just
Tay
for
got
like.
a problem with Tay got a problem with FYF Sports. He want to talk to him about.
Well, did you hear? Apparently, they're adding a new tournament, and they're adding an extra tournament next year.
In season, like what the hell, man? Why we need an in season tournament for what? You're increasing injuries, COVID. Why do we need an in season tournament? We already had the plan. What is
On top
Adam
of that,
Silver doing?
what's like the purpose of the tournament? Like, what do you gain by participating in a tournament?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The regular season is going to do that. They're gonna give a regular season NBA champions. I told all these NBA ideas in a couple of videos back. You know, so I'm not.
Well, if they're
going
gonna get a regular season champion, that should go to a team that has the best record in NBA, not to a random season tournament.
I agree with that. Facts.
The only tournament we should have is for the championship, not for a regular season award.
Exactly. We don't need it. Exactly. We don't need a tournament, man. And don't forget, you might cause injuries. COVID might happen. You know, like why have another in-season tournament? We already have a plan.
Yeah, I thought it happened in 21. They had nine All-Stars injured, man.
Yeah, give me that question one more time. Would you say?
Well, what you think about the players winning these new individual awards, like Western Conference Player in a playoff,
Conference Finals MVPs.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I want to see I would like to see the awards given after the playoffs and after the finals, like in a big ceremony, like during the summer.
So like playoff MVP or finals MVP?
Playoff, both, because you can wait because the finals includes the playoffs. But
yeah,
I mean, you can do a separate.
I don't have a problem because in the ABA when Dr. J used to play, they used to have a playoff NBA MVP. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Wow.
And
now you can separate the two G money without playoffs and finals. You can separate them.
The
I would consider that. That's not bad. I would consider that
after the season's over, though.
I would consider that. I could consider that. Yeah.
The
conference MVPs, nah.
Because who won the MVP? What was it? Joker won it this year. And
MVP regular season MVP was Joker.
Yeah, that's not to take nothing away from Joker, but he's not in the playoffs. So shouldn't some of these players still winning be the MVP?
Yeah, exactly. They should be winning to get the MVP, not win.
Well, that's what you have the Finals MVP for. That's why I tell I remember when LeBron won it, they were complaining that he didn't get MVP. I'm like, well, he had the Finals MVP for that.
That's why I don't want no conference finals MVP. Finals MVP, here's what I believe. The only MVPs that I believe the NBA should use is regular season MVP, All-Star MVP, the All-Star game, and Finals MVP. That is it, personally. I would consider playoff MVP, but I just think regular season MVP, Finals MVP, and All-Star MVP is enough. We don't need any more gimmicks, though.
Yeah.
On top of it, with playoff MVP too, it's like it's gonna go to a guy who ends up who's in the finals too. It's not gonna go to a guy who got knocked out the first or second round.
True.
Yo, Rob, what you think of regular season champion? Because they think about adding that.
In season tournament for what?
Okay, listen, that's an idea that I've been thinking about for probably a decade, man. That I think that they should have separate championships, like you have the midseason tournament, and then that determines your playoff tournaments for the whole thing. Because that makes the regular season, in my opinion, more interesting. I've often thought
you have the plane already.
I think they should do the same thing in Major League Baseball too.
You have the plane already.
Yeah, but what if you just had the, from whatever September. When the season starts in October until January, you have that
right
be like
again,
mini
John.
tournament.
You were right.
It just feels good to be right.
And I was, the Warriors were gold-blooded. Proved me wrong all year. They were gold-blooded, man.
I thought it would have gone to Game 7, but with the turnovers at Golden State was doing.
You listening to all those lame media narratives, man. No way.
Yeah, Doncic is way overrated, man. He's not. That dude, he's all right.
Man,
He's
man,
a
He
he's
tall
still
got
guy.
young,
dunked
man.
on. He
He's still
got
young.
dunked on.
Don't do
Became a
that.
poster.
Yeah,
Don't do
Doncic
that.
is great
I love
offensively, but
Luka, but
defensively he
10 for
lacks.
28 was unacceptable. I love Luka Doncic, but 10 for 28 was unacceptable. And what killed the Mavericks too, they got slaughtered on the boards by 17, and they gave up 14 offensive rebounds. They
Well,
made
people
Kevon
miss that
what?
against the Suns, they can't miss a shot, and then against the Warriors, when they're leaving them wide open to shoot, they can't bank. Like, I don't understand it.
They
Now,
made
They
did I
can
miss
outshoot
something?
the Warriors, and they can't outshoot the Warriors.
and here's what kills me. Do you know how many chippies in the paint the Mavericks missed, man? Like,
And
jeez.
Porzingis is
Well,
hurt too, right?
Did you see Golden
Man,
State game
listen.
plan? They're
It's
forcing them
their
to shoot
first
threes.
time in the Western Conference Finals. Like,
Golden State is
relax.
forcing.
No, I understand that, but look, I understand that, but even then, we have seen teams in the first time in a conference, but still got there. Look at Miami in 2020; it was the first time in
Man,
their.
they were in the bubble, man.
It doesn't matter. That
That's an
doesn't matter.
aberration.
It doesn't
They
Won
matter.
a
get closed out
championship.
tomorrow.
I don't give a
So
flying FUCK. I don't care. They were in the conference final, bubble or no bubble, took advantage and won. That's the facts. I'm not
they didn't
saying
win
that
anything. They lost in the finals. They didn't win
I
nothing.
didn't say they won the finals, but in their first time in the conference final, many people did not have them beating Milwaukee. No one picked them to beat Boston and still got to the finals. It doesn't matter if a bubble or not. They still got there. I'm not saying the Mavs should have been in the Warriors. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that getting killed on the boards like that was unacceptable. And if you're Jason Kidd, look, the Mavs had a great year. It's not a failure. That's not what I'm saying. They had a great year. They should be proud about them going to the conference final. I'm just saying is, getting out rebounded by 17 in the closeout game is unacceptable. And if you're Jason Kidd,
what were they up by 19-20 in game 2?
19 in game 2. But here's what kills me with Dallas. Why did you not use Boban for rebounding? Why not use Boban a little bit though? If you're Jason
I think they
Kidd.
were trying to stretch the floor.
I mean, I understand that. That's fine, but you need yes, I know you have to shoot threes to beat Golden State, but to beat the Warriors, you have to pound them inside, though.
They're not out shooting Golden State.
And
That
I
was the
think they
biggest
should have
mistake
played,
Dallas made.
what's his name, Kleber?
Trey Burke, they played Cleveland. They should have played Trey Burke too.
Yeah. No, Kleber was awful this year.
I wanna I gotta give my props to. Hold on for a minute. I have to give my props to John too. I said
Same
I was
here.
gonna come on here, admit I was wrong. So
Me too.
Today's the day, John. You were right. I was wrong. I man up to you. It is what it is.
Me too. I was wrong this whole time, man.
I got an intro for that. So, but I want to get to Rob. Rob, why would you want to approve a regular season like a championship? Why?
In my opinion, the regular season should mean more. It tends to drag on, and it tends to lack excitement. And I believe it would make it like you remember that 50-game season that they had back in the day. Was that 1999?
Yeah.
That was one of the most exciting seasons, just because the stakes were so high. You remember? I think that was the Sprewell.
Every game mattered. That's why.
Right. So I think if you chopped it up into, let's say, your playoff seeding at the end of the season, depending on your midseason tournament finish, that would just be hot, man. That would just make it exciting.
Man. Then the regular season wouldn't really matter because then at that point, then you just might as well keep the play-in tournament.
And the play-in, the more I thought about the play-in, I'm starting to think it's more unfair. To me, man, I think Cleveland, the LA Clippers should have been in the playoffs. That's just me. I mean, I understand you get 2 more chances to get to the playoffs. I get that. But look what happened with the Clippers. Paul George got COVID. Do you think that would have happened if the play-in didn't exist? Probably not. The Clippers probably would have been in the playoffs. Maybe Paul George would have been healthy. Who knows? The Cavs.
The NBA, it's all about money, though. Those play-in game give them revenue.
No, I understand that, and I agree with that, and I understand that. I'm just saying is this: I will only use the play-in game if the 8 and 9 seeds have the same regular season records and season series records. That's when I use the play-in. But other than that, I would not use it.
There should be a rule that you should be at least above 500, something like that, where you should be a certain record.
I mean, I agree with you, but personally, for me, I see you have to have the same record. You have to have the same record, identical records. Regular,
like with the Hawks and Cavs, I think they're only 1 game behind, right?
Yeah, but the Cavs still had a better record. I don't care if it's 1 game or 10 games.
So, but then you got the Pelicans who won like 10 less games than the Clippers or something like that.
Six. The Pelicans won 36. Clippers won 42.
If you're below 500, you shouldn't even have a chance to even get in.
I agree with that. I mean, I see your point.
At least with the East, at least it was 1 game behind.
I know it was 1 game behind, and I understand that, but I felt Cleveland was more deserving. Atlanta was too erratic. Cleveland, I understand the Cavs were bad at the end of the season, but at the same time, the Cavs did win 44 games and were worthy enough to be in the playoffs. I'm not saying they would have been in the Heat. I doubt it, but they would have given the Heat more of a challenge compared to what the freaking Hawks did.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think that would have been a sweep.
Hey yo, Ryan in the chat is saying people going to use Western Conference awards in their arguments to say other players are better now. So that's another thing about
it's a dumb argument.
Listen.
Yeah, that's the internet.
Steph Curry, that
man, I honestly don't mind because there was a point in time when there was no Finals MVPs. There was a point in time when there was no Finals MVPs.
Yeah, Bill Russell. He didn't win no Finals MVPs.
Well, the award
now if you win the conference award, you could use that as a bargaining chip, for contracts and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, I won the Western Conference Player of the Week.
Say, oh, well.
Yeah, but that's funny though. That's crazy because now that's going to be a dang in people's arguments now because you're going to add all these individual new accolades.
Like what if there's a guy in the future? Like what if there's a guy in the future who has 10 conference MVPs and doesn't have a ring, and you got a guy who has 2 Finals
Conference
MVPs?
Player of Tuesday.
You're going to say that the guy with the 10 conference MVPs is better than the guy with the 2 rings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be the argument. All right.
What do you make of that?
Nah, that's not gonna be an argument because everyone valued championships over the conference finals.
I mean, honestly, they're getting out of control with all of the little stats. He's the first player to hit a 3-pointer 3 times in 10 minutes.
Steph Curry. Look at him, greatest shooter of all time.
They use it against Bill Russell,
3-pointer,
Finals MVP. They use it against Bill Russell.
I heard
it didn't even exist when he played.
Yeah, I heard some damn fool. Who was it? Nick Wright say that. Whose takes I usually like, but he was way off base when he said that.
I don't like Nick Wright.
Nah, I don't respect Nick Wright's opinions. I don't.
Insane.
He was saying according to the statistics that Luka Doncic is the greatest playoff performer of all time after that first round.
You know how idiotic that sounds? Do you know how idiotic that sounds?
The greatest what? Playoffs?
Twisted numbers.
What?
Now he's usually on point about the LeBron haters, but But
I don't agree with him with LeBron. I don't agree with him with LeBron.
I see Chris Broussard destroy his ass like every single day.
And here's the thing: didn't he also say the Mavs would come back from 3-0 down to beat the Warriors?
Broussard be chopping him up. You do.
But didn't Nick Wright say the Mavs would come back from 3-0 down to beat the Warriors? He said that. He also said that.
I think he said no because I heard him. He said something about how their chances are higher compared to other teams or something. I forgot what he said. I don't think he said they'll come back.
Nick Wright's just another Gilbert Arenas.
He said they'll come back.
He was talking. And also, he also said that Pascal Siakam was better than Jason Tatum. Like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah, but no evidence.
But he also said,
why? Because he had a championship?
Excuse me?
What was his reasoning? Because Pascal Siakam has a championship?
He had no logic to it. I did not respect anything he said because what he said was illogical and moronic. And also another thing that killed, he also said too, and this was last year. Remember Jokic won the MVP last year? He said that Jokic was the worst MVP ever last year, which was totally disrespectful.
I mean, you could make a case though. You could make the argument.
Why do you say that though?
No, compared to other
you guys, I'm gonna check out now.
See you guys later. Argument.
See you later, John. Congrats going to the finals for the 6th time in 8 years, man.
I just picked them. It's not me. I just picked them.
Oh, who's your team, man?
I don't have a team.
Oh, okay.
No, I said you can make the argument though. Jokic compared to other MVPs we've had, you can make the argument he's the worst MVP of all time. I'm not saying he is.
We're talking about last year's Jokic. We're talking about last year's year, not this year.
Even last
2021.
year's too, because if you compare him to other players that won the award, he's definitely at the bottom.
Let me see. Last year he averaged 26, 11, and 8.
The only person you can make the argument is for maybe Steve Nash in 2006, but I think Jokic and Nash are the two worst MVPs in history.
I could agree with you with Nash though. Nash only averaged 19 and 11.
No, did he average like 15?
Nash
No,
was
Nash
Hall of
averaged
Fame was top 75.
No, Nash averaged 19 and 11 around that.
What year? Was it the first MVP or second?
Second, 2006. Second one.
Yeah, that second one should have either gone to Dirk or Kobe.
Dirk, Kobe, LeBron.
And Roy, if you don't like hearing all these over-the-top analytics, you're gonna hear a lot of them because these stat geeks are gonna start making up a new stat every year.
No, I just hate the fact that people are probably gonna. I know right now we're not gonna make the argument, but 20 years from now, people are gonna use conference MVPs to rank players.
Yeah, that's just a terrible argument.
That's right now because the argument now is based on stats. The way it's looking right now,
stats, no
better stats.
No, hear me, guys. Watch in like 30 years, 40 years, you're gonna be a guy who's gonna win 10 of them and not win a championship. They're gonna say he's better than like Michael Jordan or something like that.
That'll be completely disrespectful and annoying.
Because all this eventually the stats gonna get broken. It's always gonna happen every generation. All these stats are eventually gonna get broken.
No, I'm talking about the conference MVPs. People are gonna use it to rank players.
Right.
So who's gonna get the 6 finals MVPs? Who's gonna get 6
we're talking
finals
about,
MVPs?
we're talking about conference MVPs. Conference MVPs.
And not win a championship.
Conference MVP, huh? Yeah, that's pretty. I gotta study up on that, on what the new awards are. I kind of missed some of that.
Yeah,
they're changing up the accolades now to fit the narrative.
Yeah, and some of them just going to be pointless to a point where a couple years down the line, you're going to sit there and use that as your criteria to say that another player is better. You know, like Chi-Town made a perfect example. What if a guy wins 10 of those, but don't win a single NBA championship? How special is that award?
Nothing much. You didn't win.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm saying not right now, but like 20, 30, like in the future, like the way, because I'm sure when the finals MVP came out, people felt the same way that we do about conference MVPs because people use finals MVPs to rank players.
Yeah, the thing is, this finals here. I mean, this isn't. I don't like either team, Boston or if Boston makes it, which it looks like they are. I don't like Boston or Golden State, but I guess if I got to choose,
Boston when they're gonna pass the Lakers in championships.
Probably.
Right. Yeah.
Probably.
And that's yeah.
And Boston has
it's still healthy.
They have a shot.
To me, my main concern was Boston's health. Like Robert Williams.
No, I understand that, but same thing with me with Golden State.
Right.
Same thing with me with Golden State.
I never liked Boston.
Yeah, but you have to take into consideration.
I don't like Boston nothing. I don't like the Red Sox.
Easy compared to
no, I understand that, but like I said, remember the Warriors are old for a long time. You don't know what can happen in this time span. Someone can get sick. Someone can twist an ankle during this time span.
No, but I'm saying though, Boston's right now. Boston are dealing with injuries.
No, I
you know what's up with New York City doing the same.
I'm saying the Warriors are injury prone too. You can't ignore that.
What would you say, Ron?
I was saying, man. I was saying, you know what's up with all those Bostonians that come down to the city during the St. Patrick's Day parade, man. They ain't nothing nice, man.
Well, are you from Boston?
Up in New York, man, with the St. Patrick's Day joint. A bunch of
what do you think about Patriot fans?
Patriot fans?
Yeah,
they're a little cocky.
And Rod, you already know how they treat us in Boston, right?
Right, yeah, no, you already know.
Racist.
You know they get real tough when there's like 10 to 15 of them, and it's like a little 12-year-old like walking by himself.
I mean, I don't hate Boston. To me, I don't hate
gang banging ass, blood ass, crip ass, and motherfuckers. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I never hated a team other than the Big Three Heat. I never hated a team other than the Big Three Heat. But other than that, I never hated a team. What team did you
hate the Warriors?
Nah, I never hated the Warriors. I never really cared. I never really hated the Warriors, not much.
Well, but I used to hate those Paul Pierce.
A lot of people hated the Warriors when they added Kevin Durant. A lot of people hated that shit.
True, but I never did.
I did Golden State.
I never did. I hated the big three Heat because they were super
And another thing
arrogant.
too, I like Tom Brady is obviously the GOAT, but they're those Patriots fans. I can't stand them.
Oh, they go
Why
crazy.
arrogant? Why arrogant? Self-centered. They think they know everything.
No, I'm just saying in general, Patriot fans are like pretty like same with Celtics fans too. When like they had KG and all them,
Right,
like,
KG, Pierce, Rondo, Allen, yeah.
and even then too, those guys overrate that championship too. That always
They
championship.
needed 7 games to beat the Hawks and the Cavs, and they were going 6 games with the Pistons and the Lakers.
And they're all those guys. Because I used to hate Boston because those guys were all fake tough guys. Like KG's the biggest.
Boston ain't never beat the Cavs.
No, KG's one of the fakest tough guys
Yeah,
I know.
LeBron. Yeah.
Do you remember when Melo called him out and met him and he didn't show up?
Oh yeah, was it that in 20? Oh yeah, was it that 2013? I think.
No, I remember he said something about Melo's wife, and then Melo came up. And
Oh yeah, the Honey Nut
Oh,
Cheerios
yeah,
comment.
2013. That was in New York.
And
Boston
KG
won in
was
New
nowhere
York.
to be found. KG
I
was
remember
nowhere to
that
be
Boston
found.
won in New York in that game. I remember that. Yeah.
No, and then KG was nowhere to
You
be
know,
found.
Lala's dating Tommy now, so
But here's the thing. Melo also got the last laugh because ironically, the Knicks played the Celtics that same year in the playoffs in 2013. Knicks beat the Celtics in 6, by the way, that same year. Fun fact.
No, but KG's one of the fakest tough guys in NBA history.
Imagine
Really?
Boston winning the
Yeah,
title
Garnett?
this year. KG would come out hiding. Imagine Boston winning the chip. KG would come out hiding.
He had touch with LeBron
I mean,
too.
a lot of people
He don't like
about that.
LeBron.
Kevin Durant Kevin Garnett being a fake tough guy. I don't know, man. I mean,
I don't know about that. I
that's
don't know.
It's kind of hard to rate. You know, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I do
either.
think he's really tough. I don't think he's a fake tough guy. I don't agree with that part.
you know, he got
Well,
some of
we
that
saw what happened.
Chicago
When
in him.
he didn't want to get into it with Melo. He hid.
But that was only like one time though. That was only like one time.
I don't know, just in general, I've like in the way he like hypes that championship too.
Yeah,
Like,
that
you remember when he
yeah.
was talking about LeBron? He's like, we broke him and all that. Well, what happened 2 years later in Game 6?
Yeah,
45,
LeBron and
15, and 5.
LeBron and Kobe Bryant took Boston.
Oh, and Miami won by 19 in Game 6 in TD Garden. Wrong.
Like, I know when KG was in with the Timberwolves, I didn't have a problem with him. But when he went to Boston, you could tell he got way more cockier.
Oh, you did.
You respected KG more in Minnesota than Boston, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But yeah,
'Cause
Prince
he
was.
got way more when he went to Boston. He was way more cockier.
Yeah, I
Yo,
think.
bro, I wanna tell you this, bro. Yo, I stumbled upon one of your takes on Puerto Ricans and using the
Uh-huh.
N word, being a
Yeah, yeah.
speaker. I could relate to that 100%, and I agree
Okay.
with you 100% on that.
Okay.
So I got to give you a props on that. You must got
Okay.
You got
Okay. Word. No, that's authentic right there.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, I was saying, man, I'm glad you backed me up on that, being that you from up that way too, because a lot of people don't understand what be like going down with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the difference. You know the difference between someone just speaking and someone, how it goes, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell
Boston.
I
Boston.
know all
Yeah, I
about
was-
that.
right. Right. You be like, hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Boston-
As soon as we get in argument, now you put the ER on
after
it.
game.
Yeah.
Well, Pierce starts to show up after games now. See,
Yeah.
Word.
Paul Pierce gotta go rub it in. If the Boston saw this way, he's gonna rub that shit in.
Now, what you were saying about
Man, I hope
Boston?
Boston don't win. I really don't.
Yeah, no,
Paul Pierce
I
is
was
showing
saying.
up after game.
Yeah, what you were saying about Boston and the way they treat people that look like us up there, not only in the streets but the sports fans and stuff. You see how they becoming that. There was that one baseball player, Torrey Hunter. I just kind of wish like big name players just wouldn't go play there until they get that straightened out. But
No,
on the
homeboy
other hand,
was
the
there.
Boston Celtics,
out of all of them, the
they had a
Patriots
history
fans-
of they have
the
a history
Patriots fans were the
of being.
worst.
Yes, sorry, Sean. I was saying the Boston Celtics have a history of being progressive as a franchise at the same time, but
Right.
Yeah, and that's.
But, I mean, I feel you, Prince, so-
Rowdy and grimy.
Right.
I mean, they foul people, man. You
No,
got-
if you
could
like,
end up
no,
losing
those
your life.
Patriots fans are crazy. Though.
Boston
Like, you
over
look at those
Portland.
parades.
right.
Yeah.
And you've heard more than one athlete say that too, man. So.
Was it when the Patriots won the Patriots fans was flipping cars and jumping on the poles? That was the last time
Yeah, they be bugging.
They're flipping cars. They were look like they were rioting and shit, bro. When it, yeah, I never seen that, yo.
And guys, remember when Paul Pierce and Draymond Green used to trash talk? Remember when Draymond Green said to Paul Pierce, "No one loved you like that." Just want to throw it out there. So if Boston gets to the NBA Finals, man, I can imagine Paul Pierce and Draymond talking trash.
Draymond Green talking trash to Charles Barkley. Then this series with Mavericks, they were going back and forth. He's like,
I mean, they're cool now.
Championship.
They're cool now, right? Draymond and
Charles
Pierce
and KD, right?
Pierce. We're talking about Pierce.
Okay. I got you. Oh, now Paul Pierce doing it up big, man.
Well, I rather, but the
house
Warriors
parties
fans are terrible too. Though. Like they have a whole bandwagon. They're a bunch of bandwagons. Like, did you know any Warriors fan before 2014?
You meant 2013. You meant 2013, really?
Before their championship run.
Oh, 2015 is when they won the top.
Yeah, like I said, before their championship run, I did never met a single Warriors fan.
Not much, no. Not
same
me.
here in New York.
I actually had a friend that was a Warriors fan. Never mind. I actually had a friend that was a Warriors fan. Yeah, I actually had a friend that was a Warriors fan.
I have family in San Fran. I remember back in the day, they were all Laker fans, and now they're all Warriors fans.
Crazy, huh?
They jumped out the ship when Kobe left, and then went to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So even with LeBron went in, he did got the championship in 2020. They just.
But that's California for you, man. Los Angeles, you know that.
New York is the same thing too.
No, I'm talking about San Fran though. San Fran.
San Francisco.
What you mean? They got a short memory for the championships.
Yeah. Especially Lakers.
You got to win one every year.
I live in Los Angeles, so it's just whatever's popping at the
moment. Like I said, I had family in San Fran before, like Steph Curry came to town. They're all Laker fans throughout the whole 2000s, and then when the Warriors started winning championships, now they're big Warriors fans.
That's crazy. So this happened right after
they weren't following that. You remember that We Believe team, right, with Steven Jackson?
Yeah, I remember that.
If you're a real Lakers fan, like real Laker fans don't jump teams, man. Like,
yeah, exactly. Definitely, bro. You know a real Laker fan when you.
But the Lakers fans are divided now. Like, some more LeBron fans, more Laker fans. I don't know.
Yeah, the Kobe Bryant faction. They're getting kind of uptight about my records.
And speaking of the Lakers, Ross Stats, I want to ask you, what do you think about the Lakers changing their arena name to Crypto.com Arena? I'm just asking you.
First of all, I own some Procoin, so I'm all for it.
Crypto.com Arena?
Well, I don't know about calling it the Crypt, because that's about to start something.
You call it Crypto Crypt.
Like, no, yo, this the pie. The Crypt. I mean,
Staples Center
it's a little. Yeah, but now, it's a little bit corporate. But I mean, what was it before that? The Staples Arena,
Staples Center was awesome. Staples Center, it was great.
Yeah, I heard. I think they're going back to the Forum, right?
Yeah, I like it, man. It has a pretty good ring.
Going back to the Forum.
And then they're gonna bring back Eldon Campbell. We'll do that.
I think it's about in 4 years. The Clippers are going where the Lakers used to play before the Staples Center. Clippers are going to play there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Clippers are going. Yeah, the Clippers are going to go to the Forum. Aren't the Clippers going to what's it called? Let me check. Aren't the Clippers going to?
I think it's supposed to be in 2025.
Let me check. It's supposed Inglewood.
Yes,
that's
Inglewood.
That's where the Showtime played, right? Showtime Lakers.
Yeah. That was the original stadium, the Great Western Forum.
But to me, Staples Center was the bomb. Imagine the Staples Center, the Kobe and Shaq Laker games. You had even AI 48-point game, the crossover. You had a whole lot of great moments. The Kobe Melo duo. You had LeBron AD a monster game.
People used to say that before the Lakers moved to Staples Center. They talked about all the moments to Showtime.
So you don't like?
Yeah, man.
No, but before the Lakers moved to Staples,
I was saying to you, you don't like the name change?
Nah, Crypto.com Arena feels like a high school name. Now, what the fuck? Like, when I look at the logo, are you like extinguishing bugs? Look at the logo, for Pete's sake. It looks like some of the
It does look kind of like Transformers.
Exactly.
I'm like, what?
Optimus Prime, bro.
Exactly. Keep up the Staples Center. Like, keep it at the Staples Center. Just revamp the court, though.
Crypt.
All right, fellas.
I don't know about the crypt. They're gonna.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg gonna be seen walking out there. Snoop Dogg gonna be seen walking down there.
They're gonna put a blue bandana pattern on the floor now. You gonna just play on a big ass bandana.
Well, hey man, Snoop performed at the Super
You were
Bowl,
saying
man.
that the Lakers had a history before Staples. Yeah, they did. At the Forum, yeah, they did. It was great.
Hell yeah.
It's like the Knicks changing their name from Madison Square Garden to Bank of America Center. Like, what the hell?
Well, same with the Bulls too. Before the United Center, they're at Chicago Arena.
Chicago Stadium, actually.
Yeah, Chicago Stadium. My bad.
Right, but United Center.
They can't change Madison Square Garden, man. They can't do that.
You can't. If they do that, I'll freak.
Yeah, that's too much history.
But James Dolan owns the whole building, right? So he
does.
But yo, it's that time of the day. We about to head up out of here, man. I appreciate all y'all.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, Prince, are you coming back? How's the status on? When are you coming back to?
Prince coming back on June, man.
The visa. How's the visa going?
It's all on them, man. I get, you know how some of these countries is. They hold you hostage, man.
Man.
All right, hey, I'm gonna send you some money, man. I need some of my cheap suits over there, man.
But no, man, I think it'll be fine.
I'm a 42 long.
Just believe, man. Just believe. You'll be fine, man.
I need some jackets. I got a date on Friday, man. Just gonna send that.
Before we go, AK Katie asks, should Katie go to? Before we go, AK Katie asks, should Katie go to Dallas though? That's what he's asking us.
Dallas?
Katie can't leave because they have to win it in Brooklyn now. They got to.
Mm-hmm.
They got to.
Now, if Katie dumb shit and goes, you know the narrative's going to be, man.
Brooklyn doesn't pay Kyrie, he's going to walk.
Hey, yo.
Well, I'm out of here.
But do the Mavs even have money to get Durant?
I don't know.
I don't think that's going to happen, though.
Hell yeah. But KD's under contract. He will have to do a James Harden in order to leave the Nets. So.
Pretty much. I just hope he doesn't, go overweight. I hope he doesn't, intentionally play. I hope he doesn't, play bad, just leave,
Well, he's already doing some examples of it now, G-Money. He's not talking to the front office. He don't show up for team meetings.
Right.
He could be another distraction again. These players could force their way out of the franchise now. So.
Right.
But it is with their weird behavior.
It's disgusting, man. I don't know, man. But I can't wait for these NBA finals, man. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, June 2nd, man.
Woohoo! In Bay Area.
Well, I hope it's not blowout.
Same here. It should be intense games.
Yeah.
Right. But salute to y'all, man. Y'all
salute. Salute, man.
All right.
Peace.
All right, man. We up out of here. I'm surprised I didn't see Zach in here today. Well, what's up with Zach lately? He on the videos. I didn't see him in the live stream. He must be busy or something. This is something that he would normally jump in and talk on because he had the Warriors going to the finals. I'm surprised he even didn't make a guest appearance. He about to go full Kardashian. AK, you may be right, man. Peace. We out.